Hey everyone, this is my in my mailbox or book haul or library haul or whatever you want to call it. I just, well, not just, but I finished reading City of Bones, absolutely loved it. I just put City of Ashes on request. Young adult series, the Mortal Instrument series, I guess. Really good, I highly recommend it. Black Dagger Brotherhood, lost interest in it. I don't know if I mentioned that, but after the second book I was like, not really into it. But that's a adult series. I thought it was kind of like Sookie Stackhouse, but not quite. Which, by the way, the third season of True Blood comes out on DVD, I think, this week? I don't know. It's in my Netflix queue. So anyhow, these are the books that I recently got. I'm curious to see what you all think of this. This is Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese. And I had been really wanting to read this. It was really super popular. I think I had to wait like 2 or 3 months to get it on hold. And I tried reading it, and I got through maybe the first 100 pages, maybe a little less than that, maybe the first like 80 pages. I just could not get into this. It was so drawn out and slow. I wasn't really feeling connected to the characters. It was sort of interesting. Supposedly it's about two twins who are separated at some point later in their lives, and the twin has to reconcile with his father and the other twin. But it's about a nun who gets pregnant, and the doctor she works with realizes he's in love with her, and I don't know, but it was just so drawn out. Like, I kept reading it, and I'd be like rereading and rereading the pages I read, and I just wasn't into the writing. It was very verbose. So I didn't get through this, and I feel bad because everybody's raving about how great it is. So if you read this, or if you plan on reading it, let me know. I'd be curious to see what you thought, or if you were able to get through it, or if it gets better. I don't know, 85 pages in, I still wasn't into it. And it's how many pages? It's a freaking huge book. 500 and something, 540. So maybe that's a book I'll have to come back to. I don't know. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell was like that for me too. Everybody raved about it and how great it was, and I just could not get into it. However, this was a book I definitely devoured very quickly. This is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This was excellent. It's kind of that futuristic society. It starts off the first chapter with basically they're going on a journey on the ship. For 300 years they're going to be frozen. Her parents give her the choice, well, sort of. Her mother and father get frozen first, and the father tells her, you know, if you don't want to come, you don't have to. And she decides to go anyway, because she figures, you know, she's giving up her friends and family that are there, but she gets to be with her parents and wake up 300 years in the future on this other planet. Oh my god, it's just so good. It's told back and forth. I'm giving you guys a review. I should just wait for the review. But anyway, the main characters are this girl, Amy, and this boy, Elder, who's on the ship. And, oh, it's just so good. I'll have to do a review. So, the book that I'm currently reading, I didn't get any of my library holds in time, so I went down to the library and found this, which was on my book list for a while, Every Last Cuckoo by Kate Malloy. This is about a woman who goes out to find her husband, and he's been hurt and injured and apparently doesn't make it. He's out in the snow, and she's an older lady. I think she's 80. And she's dealing with her grief. She's thinking about her 50-year marriage to the man she lost. And she thinks about her childhood and the Great Depression and all these different things. And then, I guess, then it also focuses on her future life, about her teenage daughter, her granddaughter who comes to live with her, and some other people who come to stay with her, and how those people change her life. So, it sounded kind of interesting. Looks like it might be a fairly quick read, 270-something pages. And then the other book I picked up, because this was sitting on the shelf, and I had heard Lizzie talking about this. This is Nightly Academy by Violet Haberdasher. So, I don't know, it doesn't seem exactly like something I'd be into, but after Harry Potter and some of the other young adult books, I'm willing to give it a shot. And it's got really large text. It looks really big, but I have a feeling it'll be a fast read. It's almost 500 pages as well. But yeah, I figured I'd give that a shot. I was trying to get Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by the same person who wrote and they were supposed to have it at the library, and then it wasn't there, so I saw Nightly Academy sitting there, and that looked interesting. So those are the books that I'm reading. I have a bunch of other stuff coming in on hold. I'm kind of in the middle of Heaven is for Real, about this little boy who dies, basically, you know, technically dies in surgery, and has all these stories about heaven. It's a nonfiction book. It's kind of interesting. It's easy read. So I've been kind of reading that when I don't have my books around. So I'd like to know what you all are reading, and if you, I know somebody said they were going to get Cutting for Stone, so I'm curious if you got it, or if you hated it, or if you just never ended up getting it. So thank you for watching as always, and I will talk to you guys soon.